Hey, you're looking good today. This is Frank in the Brazil Times newsroom, and here's what's happening. The Blessing Box movement in Clay County took another step forward last week, courtesy of a local 9-year-old. Mara Parkins says she wanted to do something to help local people who are in need of food and supplies. And you can read more about the Blessing Boxes movement and more about Mara online and in today's edition of the Brazil Times. The Clay County Community Schools Wellness Advisory Board will meet at 2:30 p.m. Tuesday to revise the school's wellness policy in the boardroom at the central office. The public is invited to attend that meeting. Tracy Butson is here. Kevin Tompkins is here. Glad to see you folks today. In the Clay County Planner, Robert Peterson is scheduled to address the public at the next meeting of the Clay County Democratic Party. He'll talk about labor issues, and that public meeting is scheduled for 6 p.m. Wednesday at Kennedy Crossing. There will be a pitch-in dinner, and the public is invited, said Vice Chair Evelyn Brown. Also, the Republicans are meeting tonight at Kennedy Crossing at 7 o'clock, and there is promised to be a surprise for those who attend. So we'll have to see what that's all about. We're planning to attend that Republican meeting tonight at 7 at Kennedy Crossing. Hey, Lori Brown, glad to see you this morning as well. The 35th reunion of the Van Buren Class of 1982 will be at 6 p.m. June 10th at Logan's Ribeye. That's at 100 South Fruit Ridge Avenue in Terre Haute. The cost is $25 per person, payable at the door. A cash bar will be available, and for more information, contact Philip Walton at 812-239-7014. A unit of donated blood helps 3 patients in need, and more than a dozen people lined up this past weekend to help. Brazil resident Sue Bussing stopped by the Indiana Blood Center bus Saturday afternoon during a blood drive at the American Legion Post 2. That's at 10 North Depot Street in Brazil, and we have a picture for you on our website today. Severe weather spotters are the eyes and ears for the National Weather Service and an invaluable part of helping to get the word out about severe storms. We're always looking for trained weather spotters, said Dave Tusek, who is a warning coordination meteorologist for the National Weather Service in Indianapolis. Storm spotter volunteers help keep their local communities safe by providing timely and accurate reports of severe weather to the National Weather Service. And of course, with spring coming on, we're getting into that time when we especially have to watch out for severe weather in this part of Indiana. Boy, I tell you, it's been a wild and wacky spring and winter so far, hasn't it? It just really gives credence to the old saying that if you don't like the weather in Indiana, just stick around, because it'll surely change. And let's see here. Early bird shoppers braved the cold temperatures in hopes of finding a bargain at the Clay County Senior Center indoor fundraiser yard sale and bean dinner last Saturday. People started arriving early and kept on coming as the morning continued at the Activity Center located at 120 South Franklin Street in Brazil. And finally, a 50-year-old Clay County woman is facing a charge of sexual misconduct at the Putnamville Correctional Facility following her arrest on Thursday. Carol Burton of Knightsville was arrested at her residence in Knightsville by Putnamville Correctional Facility correctional officers Fernald McDonald and David Wire, along with Clay County detectives. And that's what's new in news. Let's move over and see what's happening in sports in today's edition. And here we go. Northview and Clay City High Schools wrapped up their indoor track and field season Friday night at DePaul University in preparation for the regular outdoor slate. Both schools took part in the final Hoosier State Relays qualifier held at DePaul by gathering some experience on the track against top-notch competition from around the state. And Northview High School recently hosted its winter awards banquet to recognize the accomplishments of its athletes both on the court and in the classroom. The girls basketball team captured the grade point average award with an overall GPA of 3.66 as senior Tracy Payton was named first team academic all-state this season. And Times, let's see here, the Northview senior Mason Moon became the second football player from the school to be named to the Indiana Football Coaches Association North-South All-State All-Star Game on July 17 at North Central High School in Indianapolis. So congratulations to Mr. Moon. And finally, the Northview Knights places 6 athletes on the Western Indiana Conference all WIC teams during the winter sports calendar. After capturing sectional championships in both boys and girls basketball, the Knights landed 2 players on each all-conference squad, along with a pair of wrestlers. And we have a lot more about that and other news and sports for you in today's edition of the Brazil Times, and also online at thebraziltimes.com. And you'll want to check all that out, I know. And also, in case you're wondering about the weather situation, yeah, it's we've got some weather coming in. Of course, we always have weather coming in, right? Well, this is the kind of weather where you're going to want to keep an eye on the sky and keep your bumper chute handy, and maybe your galoshes as well. Does anybody wear galoshes anymore? And we've got some rain coming in, possible storms. And I want to show you something that's really neat. Sarge, our friend Sarge Evelyn, came by and dropped off a couple of these military-grade flashlights for us. Isn't that cool? They've got colored lenses in them, and they've got an extra bulb in them, and you can even signal with them. So if you see me signaling SOS, yeah, you have to pay attention. Thanks, Sarge. We sure appreciate that. That's military-grade flashlights that he brought by, and we thank you for that. Hey, I'm Frank in the Brazil Times newsroom, and I'll be looking forward to seeing you wherever our paths happen to cross. Remember, Representative Alan Morrison has a big surprise for the folks of Clay County, and the public is invited to that Republican Club meeting tonight at 7 at Kennedy Crossing. We'll see you later.